Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Devil's Advocate. For all you tuning in for the first time, Devil's Advocate is basically a show where we debate an issue and one of us has to play Devil's Advocate, meaning that we cannot be on the same side and we have to have an opposing viewpoint on something. Not for argument's sake, but for more of a debate.
Surprisingly, it doesn't seem too difficult. I don't know.
I'm surprised. Yeah, but that's the thing. You just put like two intelligent people, one being more intelligent and intellectual than the other.
Exactly.
Therefore, you
problematic,
have this automatic
an imbalance, and there needs
opposing
to be
viewpoint
someone
that doesn't need to
one
exist,
person
but it's like
ends up needing to be educated, basically.
Well, and I'm sorry you always have to keep playing that role, but to be fair, somebody had to do it for the audience.
Not what I was saying.
So the issue for today is going to be. Should we just do hip hop in general? Just hip hop?
I feel like does it need to be more specific than that? I don't.
Hip hop is very all encompassing. I guess it's one's knowledge and therefore credibility to speak on said issues of hip hop.
I think that's something worth talking about.
That's getting like very specific with it.
Yes.
But I will take the stance that you don't need to be a PhD in hip hop in order to discuss whether or not you think somebody is of, I don't know, great quality in the sense of the genre. I don't think you need to have a overall encompassing understanding of it. It's like I don't need to be there since the Sugar Hill Gang till now to be able to be like, well, then therefore, because of my extensive knowledge, I can therefore, with astute knowledge, say that this person, yay, is good or nay, is not good.
I think that's a completely frivolous and ridiculous idea. Much like you can apply it to any other realm of knowledge, if you have no basic understanding or in-depth understanding.
There you go. In-depth.
I would even say basic. Basic understanding of the tenets of said field of knowledge. You are therefore not an informed individual and able to really have an informed and worthwhile opinion on said knowledge. So
worthwhile. I mean, like that's the issue at hand. Is the fact that you don't need to have an extensive knowledge on something to have a worthwhile opinion. I mean, who's your target demo? Are they only making rap music for those people who have that extensive knowledge?
When you have instances like this, especially now, when hip hop and rap has so thoroughly infiltrated pop culture in so many forms, that's where you find people like that who are not as informed, who don't have the extensive knowledge, who end up saying, yeah, let's nominate Iggy Azalea for a Grammy. That's a good idea.
I didn't nominate for her, so I don't know.
But that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. That's specifically what I'm referring to.
So
when you have folks like yourself.
Well, like me, like you're saying all the people on the committee have just as much knowledge of hip-hop as I do, and therefore they weren't informed enough to choose Iggy Azalea. I mean, what are the criteria that they judge her on? You know, she is playing within the genre. It is hip-hop. Whether or not you want to qualify what she does as rapping or rap music, that is still within hip-hop, you know? And she was the highest-selling artist of that time. So for me, I'm not surprised that she got a Grammy. Did she deserve it? I don't know. That's a very subjective viewpoint to have. It's very hard to objectively look at and be like, this is what
it's subjective on one level, but if you have
that's the merit, whether does you deserve
any type of, if you have an understanding of hip hop, I think you would find that most, if not all, folks who have a certain level of understanding would say that is she the best person to nominate for, not even say a Grammy, but someone to nominate for, to recognize as being in the higher upper echelon of this art form. Is she a prime person to put into that?
Yeah, her record sales seem to say that. Whether or not you want to admit to that, it's not about, we weren't talking about whether or not she is the best hip-hop artist. She was the highest selling artist that year.
I don't think either of us have, record sales on hand, encyclopedia verifiably right now to say whether she was or was not. Now, was she selling? Sure, she was selling. But again, we're not talking about whether her ability to sell records translates into her actually being an artist who deserves to be considered at the upper echelon of the game. Because I think if we were to look back historically, a lot of times the most highest selling artists weren't necessarily the most credible and or the most artistically talented. If you want to go back to, let's say, even Vanilla Ice, there was one
Oh,
point.
dude, if Ice
he
Ice
was
Baby
selling-
came on right now, you would groove to that.
Whether I
you would
grooved or
doing the
didn't
ice.
groove, there was a time when he was selling out everywhere. Dude was selling out everywhere. And notice how quickly he actually jumps into the Vanilla Ice dance. Let that be yet. That's a hip hop demerit right there. That's what you just earned. And you're just racking them up. Okay, yeah, right. We're on a small couch here.
Hey, dude, that was the same time that Hammer was coming out, and his raps were just about the same as Vanilla Ice. So don't hurt Vanilla Ice. All right? I'm not saying I'm even a fan of Vanilla Ice, but I'm saying if Ice Ice Baby comes on, I will find my inner white guy and let him dance. All right, I will let him out to dance to that song.
And
that
I think
House of Pain.
Now I think you're actually in this instance making this a very easy case for me in this situation.
What's so easy about the case? It's hip hop. It's an entertainment art form. It's snobs like you that may try to make it like, oh, well, no, the integrity of the art form and all that. Yes, I am very passionate about certain things. I'm passionate like that about film. Yes, do I think certain films shouldn't be in that category? Yes, I do. But I still afford people the right to be like, it's pop music. We're talking about pop. We're not talking about like rap specific. We're talking about hip hop.
We are talking about
hip hop is popular music right now. It's the dominating genre. It's pop music. Whether you want to acknowledge that or not.
Of course, it's popular music, but it's not pop music. Do you not understand the differentiation between?
No, I'm glad you're here to explain what is the differentiation between popular music and pop music.
For example, Britney Spears, that's a pop artist. Kendrick Lamar, it's a hip hop artist. While they
can't make pop music, like if his music's on the radio, so
that doesn't mean
music.
That doesn't mean that his music won't get played on a pop station, perhaps. But he's not inherently a pop artist.
What makes Britney? What's the pop sound then? What is like with hip hop? It's rhythm and poetry. That's the hip hop vibe. It's about the urban feel of it. What's the pop feel? So is it about like bubblegum music and like rainbows and like suburban safe neighborhoods? And growing up in a well-balanced nuclear family, like two parents that love you just as much and afford you all things to go to a good community college or a good, great school, actually, with like probably not a public school, probably like a private school. Yeah.
Things of that nature. I mean, so if you were to run down...
I can see the distinction between pop and popular music, but I will still say that hip-hop is a popular art form.
Sure, it's become a popular art form,
Yeah, because it's such a popular art form, guess what you have to do now? You now have to let it be even more encompassing. It can't just be specifically from the people who are from Bed-Stuy or from the Bronx or grew up that.
Of course,
this
anyone
is now
can,
our music. Now it's open to the masses. And once you open something up to the masses, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to let in the people who don't have as much knowledge about that genre in as well.
Even if they are let in, quote unquote, where like, okay, yeah, if you want to buy the albums, you can buy the albums. You want to go to the shows, you can go to the shows. But let's not pretend that you have a full understanding of not only the musical influences, but the cultural influences that led to where we are at this point.
I don't think anyone's saying that, but you
I think that is exactly what you're saying. You're saying that regardless of whether you have that understanding or not, you have as much a right to stand up here and say, all right, this is quality and or this is not, or I am someone who should determine this, but the truth is, I may not have that same understanding of someone who does.
The difference is because you're talking about music. You're talking about art. Art, like I said, is a very subjective thing. It can be very objective, but it's also very subjective. If I like something, you can't tell me I don't have the right within myself to say, I like this, this is good. I don't like that, that's not good to me. Like, that's my preference. That's my choice. That's like you coming up to the same thing. You can't tell me whether you like vanilla or chocolate because you don't have enough understanding about how ice cream was invented and therefore made and therefore all the ingredients. Like, I don't need that. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. Same thing with this. I know I like this artist. I know I don't like that.
Oversimplification? Absolutely. Because what you're saying is not the matter of, oh, I like this, I don't like that. But when you are placing people on pedestals compared to others, and essentially that's what you're doing, because it's not about necessarily your personal opinion all the time. When you have people who are in positions to be able to determine whether one artist gets a certain amount of attention or one artist gets an opportunity and one doesn't, and you are allowing folks who, again, don't have that same reference of what the real influences and value of the music is, it gets very, very problematic for artists who, let's say, aren't willing to sacrifice their authenticity, perhaps, to go for a pop sound or go to a more mainstream
sound. So let me ask you a question. I heard something what you were saying. Let me ask you a question. Who right now would you say is an artist that's doing it that's like, you're like, yo, I respect the hustle. I respect all the things they're doing to the art form. I'll say it for you. Kendrick Lamar. I know you're a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Which I don't understand. I don't, till this day, you try to explain it to me. I think I got a little closer to understanding Kendrick. I don't get the hype. A lot of people are like, yo, Kendrick Lamar's he's the rap savior. Without him, I don't get it. I don't get it. I've listened to this music. In my opinion, Drake.
And again,
is on Messiah.
Before you even,
Drake is on Messiah.
Before you
he's godson of Kanye.
But
before we even go that far, before we go there, let me just say this. You love Kendrick Lamar, and this is what I'm going to show you. When was the last Kendrick Lamar album you bought? And did you buy his album?
I bought his album before, yeah.
No, did you buy his most recent album?
Wait a second.
Did you buy his most recent album?
Wait a second.
Did you buy his most recent album? It's a yes or no question, Your Honor. It's a yes or no question. Did you buy his most recent album?
I had an iTunes gift card. His album, yeah.
You did buy his album?
I bought the album.
Okay, cool. How many of your friends do you think you can say that?
First of all,
and that's what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
My point is, a lot of people are saying, like, okay, there are certain people in positions of power that get to determine what artists aren't seen and what artists aren't seen. I agree with you to a certain degree. But what I'll say also is that the fans of certain artists invest back into that artist, which is why the artist is able to have that visibility. Someone like Iggy Azalea, unfortunately, her audience is willing to spend the money to buy her album.
Again, you are referencing her album sales. I don't think we have those figures to be able to say whether her fans buy an album
so why do you think
Kendrick Lamar's fans buy his album. And the thing about an artist like him, while
where's my phone? While you're having that.
He has reached a level of he's attained a level of popularity that was born out of authenticity. So there never was a point where he sacrificed something in order to be more accepted. And that's one of the reasons why when we kind of in jest made the statement that he's the savior, he's this and that, but people respect his artistic integrity because he never did sacrifice at any point in order to ascend to the position that he's in order to cater to some audience that he imagined was going to be better than who was already fans of his. And you missed like half of that because you weren't paying attention.
I listened with my ears, not my eyes. Okay, I was looking up Iggy Azalea's record sales.
Okay, because you looked confused. You looked confused when you came back up.
Well, I heard you saying a lot of like beautifully worded things, but the point you're making is that what I was saying didn't address the issue I was making.
It did. It totally addressed the issue.
You think that Kendrick, so you think that Kendrick Lamar's fans are buying his albums just as much as Iggy Azalea?
I'm saying that we right here in this situation are not in a position to say whether they are or not.
Let's address the fact. What is your issue with Iggy Azalea?
What is my issue with Iggy Azalea?
Yes. What is your issue with Iggy Azalea? As I look up her record sales, I'm listening.
Sure, I could name a couple things. One, I think she is a current interpretation of what is a long-standing trend of what you would call cultural appropriation, where someone who does not belong to a certain culture is able to utilize aspects of it for their own personal gain in a way that is artistically disingenuous in order to make themselves successful and benefit from acceptance from a wider community while not paying homage and or respect from where they originally derived that success from.
So how does one pay? So you're saying she should have come out and been like, "Yo, by the way, I'm using."
By the way, for example, there's a bunch of examples, but I'm gonna do
I'm gonna have a feature of the holographic Tupac on my album.
There's a tape. There's circulating online. I'm sure many people have seen it. If not, you can look it up.
Okay.
Of Iggy Azalea rapping on stage. It's at the time, I think when I first saw it, and it was shown to me. It's almost incoherent. You can't exactly understand what she's saying. And it's funny who you speak of, Kendrick Lamar, because
it's not an accident. That's like clever.
Yeah, clever. Came back. She was biting word for word almost his own personal lyrics.
Sure.
So you say sure very casually.
But that happens.
No.
It doesn't happen in hip-hop.
No. I think what you're talking about two different things. Now, if you stand on stage and try to act like you wrote some lyrics, spit them like they are your own, when clearly there is some other artist who was responsible for creating them, that is what you call that is foul. That is out of bounds. That is hip-hop heresy. You don't do that.
This is definitely devil's advocate to the fullest because I'm having to defend Iggy Azalea, even though I don't. I get it. Okay.
You put yourself in that position.
I'll
you
say this.
Put yourself in that position.
Has done. It's not like
Hip-hop
every time an artist takes lines from somebody, they're like,
oh, by the way, that was a Biggie rhyme that I spit. Just so you know, I didn't come up with that shit.
No.
Rapping right now.
Look,
Damn, dropping bars. Those bars are for free, guys.
As if they would be paid for.
Jigga is guilty of that. He
look, there are other rappers. Look. There are plenty of rappers.
And he spits them like they're his.
No.
But those in the know, those in the know where it comes from.
And
so
he knows.
and he knows Kendrick rhyme.
Not only does he
approve.
know that those in the know are aware. He made a statement about it in a rhyme because there were people coming at him, and Nas, for example, was like, "How many more Biggie's rhymes gonna come out your fat lips?"
Nostradamus was not having that shit.
But
so you're saying is Jay-Z was the Iggy Azalea of the back yesteryear? Is that what you're saying? Yo, y'all heard it here. He's saying that Jay-Z is the Iggy Azalea.
That's not what I'm saying by any means.
Okay.
He came out and was like, "Yo, I can do that. I'm bigging up my brother. I'm big enough to do it. Plus, my own rhymes is foolish." He said it. He said, "Look, I can do that." So, look, artists do borrow lines here and there.
So you just wait for it to I borrowed lines from I can't do an Australian accent.
I borrowed lines from Kendrick.
He's bigging up my brother. Bigging up.
That's English.
Bigging up my brother.
I borrowed lines from him. Yeah, dang, it's still kind of.
All Australian people are now allowed to make fun of black people because of that terrible impersonation I just did. It's only Haitian black people though, because I'm Haitian, so you can't make fun of generally all black because you might get punched.
It's not gonna go well
in your face.
However, point being, the deeper issue is the appropriation aspect of what it is, and I think that's what a lot of people, the backlash that she suffered was in a large result to that, and just not acknowledging the fact that like, hey guys, you're right. This isn't my thing. I didn't come up with this thing, but I'd like to be a part of this thing. Is that cool?
Okay. Well, maybe shout outs to Iggy. Heidi speaking directly to you. This is what you need to make things right.
But again, the olive branch was extended. Q-Tip tried to extend the olive branch. Wasn't having it.
She was swatted away.
She swatted the olive branch down. So now at this point, it's like, all right, we're going then.
Damn. But to be fair, she's dating a black dude, so I kind of feel like that balances out, you know? She's like, she stole from black culture.
She gets the Kim K credit?
Yeah, she gets that Kim K pass. It's like, listen, I'm like, I want to be mad at you, but the brother's hitting that, so I'm kind of like, it balances out. If she has a hybrid baby, all is forgiven.
All is forgiven?
Like Kim K. All is forgiven, Kim. You got Little Northwest? That is proof that she is committed to the cause, all right? That is proof. She's like, I gave up on myself. I forgive all her past transgressions. So, Iggy, if you want to be all right in my book, let him put a little baby in that nook you call your belly.
Mind you, that's going to be a very, very slim personal book. No one else is trying to get in on that book. That's you. That's your book. Me? That's just your book.
Iggy, though. I was like, while I was looking for record sales, there's like mentions that her booty might be fake. I was like,
and again,
people with fake booties, do we have ladies? Why are we doing this?
Because they are trying to chase the black woman's aesthetic. That's simply put. That's what they're trying to do. They like, ooh, I want some of that. I can't get it.
I didn't get it from the internet though, so it could be a lie. Like the internet is known to mislead.
The internet never lies.
But yeah, it's sad. So, closing statement on this, or you still got more to give? Because I think going back to the issue at hand is, I don't think you need to have that extensive a knowledge to be able to, you personally, say whether or not you like something or not. Granted, you do need to have that frame of reference if you're going to say whether somebody is credible or not. For example, I'm not going to stand up here and say Kendrick Lamar is not a good rapper. I'm just going to say I don't understand why he's so beloved. I can say that. You can
say that. Right. But then I can say, well, you may not understand it because you haven't taken the time to attempt to understand and actually listen to the music that so many people have come to celebrate. And so, hey, you may not. That's like saying, oh, why do people love Martin Scorsese? I don't get it. Well, did you see Goodfellas? No, I didn't see that. Did you see Mean Streets? No, I didn't see that either.
Wait, first of all, don't make those faces. And second of all, what if I have seen Goodfellas? I'm like, yeah, I've seen Goodfellas. And I've seen Mean Streets.
No.
So
then But you haven't.
But I have.
No. I'm talking about in this music analogy.
Oh, you're talking about
you haven't heard albums. the music.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. How
The
many
music.
of his albums do I need to hear every single song he's ever written to get a feel for it? Let me tell you something.
I bet,
Kanye,
okay, name
fire.
5. Name 5.
One track,
Name 5.
fire.
Name 5 of his songs right now.
I don't know. I
that
can't tell you
listen
5 of
to.
his songs. I'm telling you, every time he's on a feature, he does features, right?
Name 5 features.
He was on what do you call it? Taylor Swift.
There's one for you.
Okay. He was featured on I Heard Control. It's his song though, so that counts as a feature. He was on fucking the Lonely Island song, but you didn't hear that song. Yeah,
Lonely Island
yeah,
song.
the Lonely Island song. He's on that track.
Real
I can't even
features.
remember the other songs
Yeah,
he's
there
featured on.
you go.
I'm sure he's on like.
I rest the case with that. You have now thoroughly buried yourself.
How's that burying myself? How many of his features do I need to hear before I'm like, okay, like I get
I don't
it?
know. 5 sounds reasonable. At least
5?
At least.
Yo, it takes
At
one
least.
Drake feature for me to be like, yo, the kid's got fire. It didn't even take a whole full feature. It just takes like half a couple bars. He just drops like 3 bars. I'm like,
And that's
Drake!
And that's it.
The mayor of Toronto. Yes. The king of hip hop. Is that too much to say for I'm the king of hip hop? So, Drake.
Again, we know where your perspective is coming from, so you can call him whatever you want.
I'm not
to.
from here. I'm from Haiti, so it gives me a pass.
Foreigner, he gets foreigner credit.
So
That's
wait,
what
so
it is.
then who's true hip hop right now then? Besides Kendrick?
Again, I'm not even sitting here saying I don't like Drake.
You're the ambassador of hip hop.
I'm not saying I don't like Drake. I like Drake.
Because you're speaking for the whole community.
I like Drake.
We're not talking about Drake. We're talking
Okay.
about who else is doing it in these streets besides Kendrick.
What other people
Let
are
us
doing
know,
in
because
these
some of us
streets?
don't. Like who's hot right now?
Who's hot right
Who's
now in these streets?
Yeah.
J. Cole is hot right now. Big
Cole.
Crit is hot right now.
Okay.
Who else is hot?
If you can't get 5, then it's not good. Because you remember, I heard
Oh.
5 is supposed to be some kind of number.
5
Somebody
is the
arbitrarily pick the number 5. If it's not 5,
5 is the magic number.
5 is the magic number. That's what I've heard.
Well, that's easy. If you want to look at who else is
J.
hot
Cole,
right
Big
now.
Crit.
J.
Are you guys writing
Cole,
this down? All you other
Big-
people
you
like
wanna-
me. J. Cole, Big Crit.
Wale is doing it right
Wale.
now. Wale is killing
Not
it right
well. Some people
Yeah,
say well,
some
but his
people do
name's
say
Wale.
well, but that is incorrect.
Wale's
It
got an
is
accent on the E.
Actually, Wale. Fabulous. He's consistently high.
Fab?
Yeah.
He's still making music?
And
I thought he was being on reality shows. He's still doing music?
What reality shows?
He's not a lover of hip hop?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Well, again,
he's on one of
he's
them
watching
shows.
Love and Hip Hop. I'm listening.
I don't
to
even
the
have
hip-hop.
cable. I don't have cable, so I'm not watching it. I just know.
You just know.
I just like
You
someone
know.
to walk by TV
You got
set
the
and he's
memo.
on
You
it.
got the memo. They called
FABO.
you.
I'm like, aren't you making
They
music or are you on
called
TV
you
now?
and said,
Yeah, Fabulous is on TV shows. Okay, that's 5. That's 4. We need one more to round out the 5.
We need one more to round out the 5. Who else am I
Who's
listening
killing
to
these
right
streets?
now? Who's killing these streets? Who's
Mac
lighting
Miller?
it up?
Mac Miller got a new album.
He does have a new album.
Does he get a pass? He is a white dude,
I've been listening to. I mean, I've been listening
But
to a lot of his music.
but he's not. Do you think like he's misappropriating black culture?
I haven't listened to a lot of his music.
I'm just saying, from what you know of him.
I know very little, but from what I know,
How much of
no.
his music have you listened to?
I've heard.
Give me 5 songs.
I've heard.
Come on, man, got you 5 songs.
I already
All
know. I'm
else.
not gonna have 5
You see
songs.
it, man.
I'm not gonna have 5
That
songs.
great argument he
Really?
had.
Really?
Hasn't even given her 5. I give you 5, Iggy.
You can give her 5?
Nah, I
yeah,
give her 5. I give her 5.
you can give her 5.
I'm so fancy. I'll give her 5. I got 5.
You just sang one. I knew that.
I have the album, so I don't know all that.
You can just do track 12 though.
Track number 7.
Track 12 for
minute 3. She drops
That's
fire.
when she comes in hot.
Fire.
That's
fire.
when she's hitting. Oh,
All right, so closing statement.
Closing statement is you can have your personal opinion, sure, that's fine. You can think that I don't know, Are We There Yet is the best movie ever made. That doesn't mean you're entitled to be a movie critic. Point being, you can have your personal opinion on hip hop all you want to, but that may not necessarily mean that you're in a position to dictate what is and is not hot,
That's fair enough. But
good.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one sitting on the VH1 board or the Grammy board deciding Iggy Azalea is dropping fire. You gotta take that up with those people. If you're out there,
But
You heard what the statement is.
We're talking about.
I think you're saying that it shouldn't be that way, but what I'm saying is it is that way. Because obviously the people who decide who wins Grammys chose her. So I don't think it's fair, but that is the world we live in, guys. So I say it's always up to certain degrees. The Grammys, first of all, aren't really a good barometer.
They're
but
not a good barometer as far as
record
how.
sales to me always are like an indication of where people stand on how they feel about certain things, just
Yes
to show
and
you
no.
whether it's popular or not. I'm not saying that automatically makes it good, but I'm just saying if something is that popular, it's hard to ignore it and be like, well, it doesn't have a place. It's that popular. You got to pay a little bit of attention. Matter of fact, that's how hip hop really got put on in the first place, is that there were a lot of people of the music group who thought, hey, this genre is not as pure as all the other art forms, but it was making so much noise that you could not listen to. I guess it's a whole nother discussion. A whole nother devil's advocate. I will say, yeah, I agree with you what you were saying, and I do think, though, in your closing statement, the hit on Cube was a little harsh. Are we there yet? You didn't have to hit him that hard. Like he knows that's not a good movie, but he's trying to make checks. All right, the NWA money was running a little low.
Hey,
now that it's back in theaters,
all respect to Cube, but hey, we've seen it.
Chris Tucker's back. Why don't you get him next Friday, the final Friday? Let's do it. Let's make that happen. Thank you guys for tuning in to Devil's Advocate. You sweating over here.
Look, dude, it's warm in here, bro.
But yeah, guys, thank you. Let us know what you thought. Comments in the below. How you felt if you were on Team Hottie.
Naturally, where else would you be?
Team Lou. This is definitely a good place to be. Team Lou and Team Hottie. Let us know. You're the jury. You get to decide. Devil's Advocate.